Every morning at 6 a.m., the line forms. Grown men, mothers, university students, street hawkers. They wait in silence, eyes fixed on the metal gate of a small food stall. Some of them slept there. When the gate finally rolls up, they push forward, not violently but desperately, like people who haven't eaten in days. But they ate yesterday, at this same spot, some of them twice. The woman cooking doesn't smile anymore, she just serves, plate after plate after plate. Her hands shake, and every single customer eats in complete silence. Her name is Ngozi Okonkwo, 53 years old, thick arms from decades of stirring pots, a wrapper tied tight around her waist, headscarf always slightly crooked. For 20 years she ran a street food stall in Surulere, Lagos. Mama Put they called her. Jollof rice, fried plantain chicken, the kind of spot you pass every day but never really notice. She was nobody. Until 6 months ago, when she became the most famous cook in Lagos, without trying. But here's the contradiction: Ngozi has more money than she's ever had. Her daughter's school fees are paid, her roof is fixed, her freezer is full, and she is absolutely terrified. Because she doesn't know how to stop. It started with a woman. Not a customer, a supplier. Tall, elegant, wrapped in deep indigo fabric. She appeared one evening just as Ngozi was closing, after the worst sales day she'd had in months. The woman smiled. "You work hard, Mama, but the city doesn't reward hard work, it rewards what people crave." She offered Ngozi a small leather pouch. Inside was a reddish-brown powder that smelled like smoked pepper and something else, something old. "1 pinch per pot," the woman said. "Your food will taste like home, like memory, like the thing they didn't know they were missing." Ngozi hesitated. "I'll come back for payment," the woman said, "when business is good." That's the thing about desperation, it makes you agreeable. Ngozi used it the next day, just a pinch like instructed. By noon her pot was empty. By the end of the week people were coming from Ikja, Lekki, even Ikorodu. They said her jollof tasted like their grandmother's, like childhood, like something they couldn't name but needed. The woman didn't lie, it wasn't about flavor. It was about dependence. The spice didn't season food, it bound people. Within 2 months, Ngozi had over 200 regular customers. Not people who liked her food, people who couldn't stop eating it. Mr. Okafor, a bank manager, started coming twice a day, then 3 times. His wife called Ngozi begging her to stop serving him. "He's spending his salary, he's losing weight, he only eats your food now." A student named Chiamaka stopped going to lectures. She just sat near the stall, waiting for opening time. Parents brought their children, the children came back alone. Ngozi tried to water down the spice. She tried skipping it entirely one day. That morning the crowd didn't just complain, they wept hands trembling, eyes hollow, some of them vomited. She added the spice back in. Her daughter Adana watched it all. "Mama, what did you put in the food?" Ngozi couldn't answer, because she didn't actually know. The elegant woman, she hadn't come back yet. But her shadow had. People started seeing her at night, standing across the street from the stall, watching, smiling. Ngozi stopped sleeping. Not because of the work, but because of the dreams. In them she saw her customers, hundreds of them, standing in a dark room, mouths open, waiting to be fed, and she was stirring a pot that never emptied, her arms burning, her back breaking. She couldn't leave the stall anymore. If she closed for even one day, people gathered outside her home, knocking, calling her name. Adana begged her to stop. "Mama, this isn't business, this is something else." But stopping meant losing everything. The money, the respect, the fact that for the first time in her life people needed her. Even if it was the wrong kind of need. One night Ngozi stood over her pot, tears dripping into the rice, and whispered, "I just wanted to be enough." The elegant woman finally reappeared. "You've done well, Mama," she said. "Now let's discuss payment." Ngozi asked what she wanted. The woman smiled. "You'll cook for me now, forever. Every person who eats your food feeds me, their longing, their hunger, it sustains me. And you will never stop cooking. If you do, they waste away, every single one of them." Ngozi realized the trap. She wasn't a cook anymore. She was a feeder, for something that was never human. Adana went to a babalawo, a traditional healer. He told her the spirit woman was an age, a creature that fed on craving, on appetite that could never be satisfied. The only way to break it was to destroy the source and cook one final meal with pure intention. No magic, just love, just release. But here's what the babalawo didn't say. Breaking the bond would free the customers, but they would forget why they ever came, forget Ngozi entirely. She would go back to being invisible. Adana and Ngozi confronted the woman. They burned the pouch. They cooked one last pot, mixed with herbs meant to sever spiritual ties. Every customer who ate it that day felt the craving lift. Within a week, the crowds were gone. Ngozi's stall went back to normal, quiet, a few regulars maybe, enough to survive. No lines, no fame, no fear. She was free. But here's the question. Over 200 people were freed from an addiction they didn't choose. But Ngozi also lost everything she built: money, status, significance. If you were her, would you have burned the pouch? Or could you have kept cooking?